close till I get up. Time is barely on our side.
Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I have no makeup on, as you can see, and that is because from the title of this video, I'm sure you can already tell, I am going to be doing a beginner's guide to color correcting. Now, I have the Stila Correct and Perfect all-in-one color correcting palette. So this is what I will be using for this little tutorial. This is basically just how I color correct my face. And I'm very broken out right now on my chin and in this general area, and I do have some under eye circles just from pure stress. So I thought this would be a perfect time to film this video. I'm sure you've seen the NYX color correcting palette that recently came out, so if you want a cheaper alternative to the Stila one, then you can pick that one up. Alright, so here is the Color and Perfect palette through Stila. I'm just going to open it up and show you all of the different things that are inside of it. So as you can see, there is a peach cream, green cream, pink cream, yellow cream, orange cream, yellow powder, and lavender powder. I have inserted a color wheel, and this will just kind of show you the different creams that you should use in order to cancel out whatever blemish is on your face at the time. So for example, I have these breakouts on my chin and around this area right now just from stress. So if you have any red marks on your face, then you are going to want to use the green cream. This will neutralize any redness and breakout that you have going on. You know, it's really good for sunburns, and this even explains right on the back. It's good for rosacea, acne, broken capillaries, and sunburn. So I will be using this to cancel out the breakouts that I have on my face right now. But as you can see from the color wheel, green cancels out red. So next, for dark under eye circles, so any purple or blue hyperpigmentation going on under your eyes, you are going to want to use either the peach cream, yellow cream, or orange cream. Now, since I am so pale, I tend to use the peach cream and yellow cream, which are right here, and kind of stay away from the orange cream, just for now, because like I said, I'm very pale, but it really just depends on your own skin color and whatever you feel covers best. So obviously for the orange cream, that will be very nice to cover darker skin tones. That will help cancel out the under eye circles. But I think that I will be mixing all three of the cream colors just for the purpose of this video, just to show you different techniques to cover up the under eye circles. But yeah. And then a good thing that you should do is set that color corrector in with the yellow powder right down here. That will neutralize any purple or brown. You can set any correcting cream or use all over to even out skin tone. So I just recommend setting your color corrector with this yellow powder. And then as you can see, we are left with the pink cream right up here, and that's going to be good for brightening your skin. So that's good for highlighting the bridge of your nose or your brow bone or the inner corners of your eyes. It's just going to make you look more awake and more refreshed. And then what you can do is set that with the lavender powder right here. That will also neutralize yellow tones. So you can set the pink cream or use all over to brighten yellow skin. So I think this color wheel is just very nice. It kind of gives you a good idea on what color correcting shades you should be using for whatever blemish is happening on your face right now. So like I said already, red, acne spots, blemishes, breakouts, that is going to be canceled out by green. And then dark purple circles or any hyperpigmentation underneath the eyes or anything like that will be canceled out by the peach, yellow, or orange creams. And once again, that just really depends on your own skin tone. I normally use the yellow and the light peach cream. I kind of try to stay away from the orange cream. However, that is good for, covering tattoos or anything. I'm sure I could cover up my finger tattoos using this orange cream. But that I feel like that's more for a darker skin tone. For the purpose of this video, I will be using it underneath my eyes as well. It's just a little bit harder for me to cover just because my foundation and concealer is very fair because I have very, very light skin. But it just really depends on your skin tone. And obviously the green is going to be great to cover up any blemishes for anyone. And so I just want to go through this one more time. Peach, yellow, and orange are going to be great to cover under eye circles, veins, hyperpigmentation, and dark spots. It even says right on the back of this that the peach cream is mostly for under eye circles on fair to medium skin. And then it says that the orange cream right here is for a little bit darker skin. And then the pink cream right here is obviously for brightening the skin. The green cream is for neutralizing red spots, acne, sunburn, all of that. The lavender powder is for setting pink cream or using all over to brighten skin. The yellow powder is good to neutralize purple and brown. You set it on any correcting cream or use all over to even out skin tone. So now that I have kind of explained everything that has to do with color correcting and which colors cancel out which, I want to get right into this tutorial and how I personally color correct. What I like to do first is obviously moisturize my skin. My skin is very dry right now. So I'm just going to use my Coola moisturizer and apply it. Now, I really recommend just going in with your normal routine as if you were just doing your foundation and concealer. So I'm going to be using my BH Studio Pro Foundation Primer and applying it under the color correction. Okay, now for the fun part, I'm going to start in with the color correcting palette. So since I am so broken out right now, I'm going to start off with the green cream right down here. I'm going to apply it over any red spot that is going on. So I'm just going to take, this is just a regular eyeshadow brush. They do have color correcting brushes that you can purchase, but I just have this that I use for concealer, so I'm going to go in with this and use it to apply the green cream right now. As you can see, it is very creamy. Just goes on very nice. And it gives a lot of nice full coverage. This applies so evenly. And as you can see, it's very, very pigmented. It's very nice, full coverage. My chin especially is where I have a lot of redness going on. Alright, now that I have applied the green cream over my blemishes, I am going to go in with the peach cream and the yellow cream and just kind of mix that together and put it underneath my eyes to brighten up any dark circles that I have going on. This is great for hyperpigmentation, as I already mentioned. It just really will brighten up your skin and make you feel nice and refreshed. So I'm just taking my finger and applying some of the peach cream to begin with. Now I'm just going to apply some of the yellow cream and just kind of mix that in with the peach cream just to give more full coverage. And for the purposes of this video, I'm also going to apply the orange cream. Just kind of add a little bit of that in. I'm just going to show you guys how it appears on my skin. Alright, now that I'm done covering up under eye circles, I'm going to go in and begin brightening the areas on my face that I want to and highlighting fatigued areas. So I'm going to take the pink cream and apply that on the bridge of my nose, the inner corners of my eyes, and my brow bone, and basically any other area that I want to highlight. I'll probably add a little bit on my cheekbones as well, just to make me look a little bit more awake. I just love how this palette is so creamy. Alright, so now that I'm done applying the cream, I'm going to go in with a damp beauty blender and just kind of set it into my face, just so it's a little bit easier to cover with the foundation. I'm just going to lightly pat it into place. I don't want to actually try and make it disappear completely. Alright, now that I have finished blending all of the cream color correction on my face, I'm going to go in with both of these powders and just set the cream. So first I'm going to take the yellow powder and just set the peachy yellow cream under my eyes and the green cream on my blemishes. So right here I'm just taking this powder brush and just gonna take some of the powder. I'm just doing this very lightly because I still have to put like foundation and everything on, but this just helps set the cream. Now I'm going to go in with the lavender powder and apply that on any of the pink cream that I use to highlight and refresh my face. Alright, now we are officially done using the color correcting palette. I'm going to take my Naked Skin Weightless Foundation from Urban Decay. I believe this is 0.5, that's the shade. So I'm just going to begin applying my foundation all over where I did any of the color correcting, and just basically it turns into my normal foundation routine now. just going to go in with my Naked Skin Concealer. This is in the shade Light Warm, and I'm just going to go over all of my blemishes and my under eye circles once again to cover up that cream. Now I'm just going to take my Urban Decay setting powder. However, I'm going to take this little brush that I use for concealer once again, and I'm going to first apply a nice amount of powder on my blemishes right here, just because they keep wanting to poke through, because they're at that point where they're kind of like scabs, which is really gross, I know, so it's very hard to cover them. So I'm just going to take a little bit of powder and apply a generous amount on those blemishes, just because I don't want them to poke through. Now I'm just going to take my normal powder brush and just kind of brush off the excess powder on my blemishes, very lightly. And then I'm just going to go in with the rest of the powder and set the rest of my makeup. And now my foundation routine is all done, and I think it did a very nice job of covering the cream color correcting shades, and it just really gave a nice full-on coverage, and I'm very happy with the Correct and Perfect palette from Stila. I definitely recommend it. $45 from Ulta. Very nice product. It's very creamy and it is very, very full coverage. But once again, if this is a bit too pricey, then there is the NYX color correcting palette for like $12 at Ulta, or I think even your local drugstores. So definitely recommend getting that as well if you are looking for a cheaper alternative. I'm not sure, once again, about the quality of that product, but it is a nice cheap alternative. Now I'm going to move along and do the rest of my makeup routine, and I will be right back with the completely finished result. And this is the finished look. I've applied all my makeup and I finished with the foundation routine. I added my contour, my blush and highlight and everything. And this is how it ended up looking. Like I said, I absolutely love this Stila Correct and Perfect color correction palette. I really recommend it. It just gives you a very nice even skin tone. It covers up all of the blemishes, the dark circles. And it's just a very nice thing to have, especially on days where your face is breaking out a little bit more. If you suffer from, you know, like acne or scarring or anything like that, then this is definitely a good thing to have. I hope that I helped you out if you were having some questions about how to color correct and anything like that. I hope that this kind of gave you some tips and tricks to help you out. This is kind of like a beginner's tutorial because I would consider myself a beginner as well. I only recently began color correcting, so I hope that my tips that I've shared with you have helped you as well. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I really hope you enjoyed, and please check out my other videos. There are many playlists listed on my channel, and yeah, anyway, thank you guys so much, and I will be seeing you very soon. All right, bye guys.